how it is tough if you're an 18-year-old dude that you see, girls your age or a little bit older than you on boats, with millionaires in Dubai and stuff like that. They're talking about that, the Fresh and Fit guys with Andrew Tate. And you're thinking like, that sucks. That really sucks. But if that doesn't motivate you to improve, then I don't know what else will. I think you kind of look around, and I think what's honestly really sad is Andrew Tate said this, and this is not something that I don't think people have necessarily discussed at length, and they've not necessarily built points off this. But what's kind of sad is like how many guys are just completely invisible, especially to like if you ever see like a really attractive woman out in public, she's oftentimes just closed off. Then that just means like crossed arms, just not making eye contact with anyone. Sometimes they're in a hurry. It just shows that the guys in that area are just not, they're not in her, reality. They're not, they're not viable options. To me, there is just so many guys that are just completely invisible to women, and oftentimes it is their fault. I think that's kind of there's two sides to the argument. So there's the argument, do men need to improve? And then there's the argument, do women have too high of standards and maybe at times need to be a little bit more realistic? And I've kind of went back and forth for this for a long time. And I can't really speak for the red pill, I guess, because I don't know the red pill ideologies in full, to discuss them in full. But I would say, if you're going to choose, if I had to choose one side that I think is right, I think it's helping men to improve. Because I remember RSD Tyler was talking about this in a video years ago, and he's talking about, he made the point of, you look at magazines putting fat models, and they're trying to make that work. They're trying to have that as attractive to men, and that doesn't work. And it's kind of like, women aren't attracted to, beta males, low status, weak men. It's not like no amount of, posting beta males on the TV or magazines is going to convince women to start liking beta males. They're always going to go for the top percentage of guys. I think that's the thing. Women are always going to go for the winners. And here's the thing. Right now in the world, is there only a few winners? Is there a lot more losers? Yes. So what does that just mean? That means women are going to share the top few percentage of winners. And it's just going to be like that. Status is huge. It's why D1 athletes get all the girls. It's why celebrities, people of status, people of value. It's why a lot of times you'll hear women discussing, just hooking up with guys that are lawyers or engineers, just because, that's not obviously the level of status of being like a famous person, but it is a form of status. Obviously a lawyer, doctor, it's a person that is respected, not only because they make money, but it's respected because it's hard to become a doctor or lawyer. You got to go to school for a long time. You got to struggle. You got to go into debt. You have to really learn a tough skill that not a lot of people will master. So that's why being a doctor, lawyer is respected. It's why being in good shape is respected. It's why being good looking is respected, because those are all things that you have to acquire. You have to do hard things to acquire those, skills and assets, if you will. So